Hello, Jerry Mboweni here, certified life coach and NLP practitioner, author of the book called 11:59:59, an ex-junk last minute victory. And today I'm going to speak about how to overcome thought blaming. How to overcome thought blaming, living in a childhood trauma. So, if you today is the first time, please warm welcome. And if you're regular, thank you very much for always coming back and watch my video. Let's go straight to it, what I'm going to talk today. So, one of the things I want to just to encourage, if you listen this video until the end of this video, I've got a gift for you. Always I said, listen to the video to the end and claim your gift. So the first thing I want to talk about, most people who are hooked in a particular way of thinking behave of thinking or behaving, but not reality. Most people are hooked in a particular way of thinking, right, and behaving, but that's not necessarily is the reality. We think in a certain way. How we think in NLP, we say we are meter program. Our thoughts come from what we already know. So, for example, if you think that if you put your wallet in your back pocket and you get in the train, somebody will steal from you. That is your thought that when you go to the train and your wallet is the back, somebody will steal. But that's not reality. The reality is you might not somebody not be still. You have been, maybe somebody stole from it before from you, but that's not the reality. So we think and behave according to our meter program, but not according our belief. And that meter program is associated with your past negative experience. And I'm talking about the negative part of your thought. So negative part of your thought are connected with your negative past experience, because nothing that you react or nothing that you respond, it's new. It's all in your mind. Let me bring my second thought today is people who are, okay, somebody say this, it's Susan David from her book Emotion Agility. From her book Emotion Agility, there's this quote to say, people who die in a fire or land in a fires or crash landing often do because they try to escape the same door by using this entrance. People who die in a fire or crash lands often do because they trying to escape through the same door they used when they entered. What simply say that the mindset that brought you to where your mind is stuck by the way you thinking cannot be able to solve the problem, right? Simple as that. Because if you find yourself thinking in the same behavior, before you can be able to change the way you think, you can never be able to change the way you think, or you cannot be able to get different outcome desire of a different situation by still thinking the same way. You have to change your thinking. Change your thinking and change your life. And that's why she was talking about. She said, a majority of the time, when people who get fired, it's not like kind of get fired when there is a plane crash, is those people who try to go to the same door that they enter. Remember, in a plane there is emergency, so you have to come through the emergency. Same when you kind of self in a stuck state of your mind, your thinking is only you are thinking a certain way. You can't see anything. You have to change the way you view things. I always say, change the way you view the problem will change the way it appears to you. Blaming thoughts. The other thing that we learn from our childhood trauma is blaming thought. We're blaming ourselves for things that they went wrong, maybe even sometimes was not because of you. So you always blaming yourself. This inner voice that when things that, I didn't achieve this because I'm lazy, or look at this now, my father, because and it starts with the childhood trauma. I know the person that told me before, I think it's because I was born and then my family had a financial problem, and because of that financial problem, my father left my mother, and this particular person was now program herself to blame herself in every situation that has happened, even though it's not the reality. The reality could be something else, but because the person is hooked in a thought blaming from their past experience. Remember, this past, that's why I'm saying this topic, we're going to talk about living in a childhood trauma. So we live in this kind of trauma and then become our reality. The last one, a couple of them, self-judgment, inner language. One of the living a childhood trauma is inner language of self-judgment. We judge ourselves very harshly. I'm too shy, I'm too young, I can't afford because I'm lazy, I'm stupid, I'm all this kind of thing. So we pass this judgmental stuff from ourselves, and we need to understand that is part of the trauma that we've learned from the past. I always say this to my students who come to my program. I always say, never say anything negative about yourself, never say anything negative about your neighbor, about your country, because these are very important to find positive to say in every situation that you find yourself. I mean, sometimes I meet with people, someone in a 5 sentences already blaming themselves or herself 5 or 6 7 times already. So watch out this thought blaming, to blaming yourself. This is living a childhood trauma. Now, to overcome childhood trauma, once again, you're gonna have to go to your timeline. You're gonna have to go to your timeline and find out where have you learned. Even the language that you speak. I know somebody the other day to say to me, this person was telling me the story about how they treat him at work. And in that particular story, this particular person used this word, it's unfair. And I'm like, great, where did you learn this unfair, these words, right? Because your boss asks you to do this, even though it's not part of your job. How come do you keep using this word unfair? And then in reversing time to the timeline to find out that he grew up in a home where there was different people. He grew up with a grandmother, and this grandmother favor other family, other cousin from other aunts. Those grandmother that they'll favor this child. And this particular person grew up thinking, using this way, it's unfair, it's only me. So now this mindset of thinking everything is unfair is started from the childhood. So the best way to cure this thought blaming disease is to find somebody to take you to the mindset, to take you to the childhood, find out where have you learned, and then break that anchor, and then restart it to reload a new information to your subconscious mind so that you can learn differently. I hope this video has helped you guys. If you need more information about how to overcome your childhood trauma, you can hit that a message. I'm going to leave my description box below my information. And if today is your first time and you've listened until here, I'm almost finished and I'm going to give you that gift for you. But before I go, perhaps today is the first time you met my video. I must have this opportunity to introduce myself. I was once smoked drugs for 11 years of my life. My last 1.5 year, I live in the street as a beggar. I am currently going for 19 years clean. Praise God for that. Certified life coach. I'm also a book called 115959. An ex-junkie last minute victory. But my life was not the same. I was just started like that. I grew up in a very dysfunctional home. My father was alcoholic. My mother was 43 when I was born. I was bullied at school. Age 17, I started to smoke drugs. When I was 20, age 11, I started to smoke drugs. When I was 17, I was full-blown drug addict. And that is natural is my life. And since I came out of rehab 19 years ago, I've taken myself in a mission to improve myself so that I can improve people around you. So if this video really helped you, hit that button please, and hit the like button, comment on the video. It's help on algorithm of this video. And if you today is very first and you have not, you listen until now, you want to claim for the gift, you can book for a free online one-on-one coaching session with me. If you're stuck in any place, in any area of your life, and you need a life coach to help you, I'm there for you. Thank you very much. for always coming back and watching my video. I really appreciate. May God bless you and enjoy. Until we meet again. Bye for now. Peace.